No. Speaking of Herbert, they went into Kansas City and won.
Yes.
And really, a lot of times in that game, he may have looked like the better quarterback. You
Definitely
agree with that?
Well, yeah, he's playing cleaner football right now, for sure. I mean, there's no question about that. I'm not going to say he's better than Patrick Mahomes yet.
No, but in that game, there were times where you go, if you knew nothing else about the history of the quarter, you'd say, I like that Herbert guy.
Well, he's definitely one of the top quarterbacks in football. So we can end that speculation. I mean, he is that. He's in that conversation for what do you want to call him, top 5, top 6, top 7, whatever. He's around that area. All right. And he's playing the game by the book right now. That's the biggest thing. Playing the game by the book, and then, okay, every now and then they're reading the book, and he's going, yeah, he's kind of covered, but I'll throw a laser in there, and, we'll still get a completion.
Yeah.
Or I'll put the ball in the perfect spot, defense won, and that's where he's special. The better team on the field, to me, was still the Kansas City Chiefs when I watched that game back. Definitely. But Chiefs just keep f***ing it up. I don't know what to say it. Right? They do. I mean, they were kind of steamrolling them early. The Chiefs are made to come out and jump out on you, and it's Mahomes and the weapons, and oh my gosh, and we're in Kansas City, and we're down 10-0, and we're down 17-0, and now Spagnuolo and the Chiefs defense doesn't have to worry about the run as much, and he can get in all his crazy coverages and blitzes and disguises, and now you're because now you're playing a game you don't want to play because the Chiefs offense put the pressure on you. The Chiefs offense has not put the pressure on the Ravens in the last quarter and a half where they were up by 11 and you could have won the game and it had been over. And then, of course, this game, they start out the first 3 series, they go right down the field. They're going right down the field. Stupid no-look interception. Tyreek Hill fumble over the middle. Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumble the next drive as they're driving. So, listen, I don't give a shit who you are. You do that kind of crap, you're going to lose a football game. So, to me, and I know I'm talking a lot here, but there's a few points I want to make about the Chiefs right now.
That's the whole point of this podcast, Chris.
Okay, well, I like you talking too.
Yeah.
To me, the point with the Chiefs right now is this. Until they prove that they can be like Tom Brady with the Patriots or Drew Brees with the Saints, right, where they can go, oh, you're going to play all these umbrella safe defenses, right? Okay, great. Until they prove they can go like, oh, we're a machine, and we can go 10 plays, 80 yards every time if you want to play this, and we're going to score touchdowns, and you go ahead. Keep playing that bend, don't break.
Yeah.
Right now, teams are going, let's not give up the big play, and I think they'll get impatient and do something stupid and mess it up, and they've been proven right.
So I think this leads to our play. It's a good question from Junton PD. Self-scout thyself. I love Mahomes, but he's been part of the problem these past 2 games.
Definitely.
Something he needs to work on, which he did well in the Cleveland game and the first half of the Baltimore game, is trust the pocket. Just because you got hit last play doesn't mean bail this play. And I think that kind of leads in, and you talked about this too, getting out to that big lead. And you think that there were opportunities for Patrick to trust his O-line and to trust the play and get out to that big lead in the first quarter.
Right. Well, I mean, first off, the no-look interception to start on the first drive. Listen, I love Patrick Mahomes. He's the man. Mm-hmm. But, just look at him and throw the ball. He's going to walk in for a touchdown, or he's going to get down to the 1-foot line.
You don't get sponsorship deals by just looking at the guy.
No, there's a time to do that and a time not to. But right now, coming off a tough loss, it's the first series of the game. You're not in your groove totally yet. No. Negative Ghost Rider. Okay. I know you're the man, right? And here's the other thing, just a broad topic about before we break this play down.
Okay.
I do think he's predetermining some plays every now and then, not really going through the read completely, going oh, they're going to play this coverage. This won't be here. Let me just look at this guy. There's a little bit of that going on. You got to stay true to your reads no matter what, just like we've seen in some of these other plays. Got to stay. You don't know. The defense could mess up. They could have changed the coverage as you're coming off a play action pass. They could have a different rule that week for cover 3 where, this safety goes down and cuts a crosser and you might have a post. You can't just make up your mind and go, well, I won't have this play against this coverage. You can't do that. That's where you get yourself into bad habits and then you start missing plays. Other thing is I want to explain about the Chiefs, and you tell me if I explain this the right way. Everybody's talking about, well, if you play deep coverages and just keep them in front of you and don't let up the big plays, yeah, okay, we get that. But, people play the Bucs and the Rams and the Cowboys in deep, safe coverages too, and they still get deep plays. They still do it. So there's something there they're missing on the offensive side of the ball to where they either got to, in the game, realize, wait, when we get in these formations, they're playing us like this, and we expected that, and I drew up a few screw you plays this week to stop that.
Yeah.
Or they call 2 plays in a huddle, like, hey, we're expecting to get this, and we're going to run this play. But, hey, Patrick, check to blah, 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 in case you get this coverage, because let's take a shot and burn them. Let's not let them do that to us. There's got to be something of that nature.
Well, it's the whole point of having Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman, some of the fastest dudes in the NFL.
Exactly right.
Is that you can bust a coverage even if they are trying to prevent you from
exactly
going deep.
Right. So to me, like, again, I know everyone's trying to say, well, you just keep them in front of you. There's a lot of awesome offenses in football where defenses are playing them and going, we got to keep, like, you think like the Bucs didn't know that about the Rams last week?
Yeah.
It still didn't matter because he was like, wait, I know they're going to play this coverage when they go play safe, and I'm going to dial it up something here to still screw that.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs have a little bit of like, no, this is what we do. We're just going to run this, and he'll execute it the right way. And, okay, that's great, but everyone's taking away the shots because they know this is what you do. Mm-hmm. And now it's a check down to Kelsey for 7. And that's all good, but then you better execute and be, like, surgical, like we were talking about, to then bring the defenses up and go, we're not going to die a slow death anymore.
Our boss is a...
That's right. That's my boss right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Censoring us.
You're from Boston. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
There hasn't been that many. Actually, I don't know that for a fact.
I don't know either. I think
they all blend that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Our boss has caught two here.
My boss.
And he's been literally standing there for 30 seconds.
Well,
he's
good thing
2.
our boss bought the bleep button in the back control room to do that. All right?
There you have no button. Kristen has to put that in herself. But.
Sorry, Kristen. I'm sorry. Kristen is. All right. So let's get to this play. All right. You're going to see here, it's 2 tight ends set, right?
First quarter, no score, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 1st and 10. There's a big play opportunity here.
Second play of the drive. They just went down to Mahomes through the interception. They made the Chargers go 3 and out, and they got the ball back in great field position. As I was trying to tell you, they're controlling the game early, all right? And here you go with a play like, you see, we got Tyreek Hill in a tight split. I think this is Demarcus Robinson. You got tight end for protection. They're going to run a little play action fake to the left. Mahomes is going to fake it, turn his back for a second, set up.
So how many routes do we have on this play?
So really, it's like it's a 2-man route with the tight ends just running some check down in case like nothing's open downfield. Okay. All right. I'm just going to go all right. So let me just show you the play first.
We don't have the all 22 of this.
So you're going to have to take my word a little.
We have to trust you.
You got to trust me.
We have to trust you.
And I'll give you the info and enough evidence to go, oh, yes, we can trust him.
You're part of the trust tree.
So here you go, Tyreek Hill, right? He's going to run a post route against quarters coverage. Okay. They're playing quarters over here. Okay? This side is going to be cover 2 corner, cover 2 safety. It's what we would call quarter, half, all right? All right, that's the coverage we got right here.
Okay.
All right, so now you're going to see play action pass, all right? Oh, I was wrong to the wrong side. You see the 2 tight ends. They kind of give a chip block, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where I want to pause it. Oh, let me just go back.
I'm sorry, this is Tyreek on the right
Tyreek
here?
Down here,
okay.
Right. Tyreek here, I think this is Conley up top here. And like I said, here's Tyreek. And he's going to run here, and it's basically going to end up man-to-man on him and Davis, and he's going to bend him out and then go. Just like we saw George Kittle run, against the Green Bay Packers team. This is another quarters beater. West Coast guy, Andy Reid, John Gruden, McVay, Shanahan, like I told you, right? And here, this just shows you, look, here's quarters, right? This is not your too deep look, and you can see this safety's deep, and here's the corner up here right now. He's, worried about something in the flat and the D-gap run responsibility in case he's got to do that. But as I've told you with quarters, his job is not necessarily just go back. That's not what they're there to do, right? So as we play it.
So Tyreek is kind of doing an in.
And you can see he's kind of flat-footed, right? This, and I'm going to show it. This Adderley is kind of flat-footed because he's playing quarters for maybe he's going to run an in-cut, some sort of crossing route like this, right? That's where he's kind of looking something in his area to where he's going to have to drive up and get it. All right? Now, you can see right here, there goes Tyreek. Now he's leaning back out, right?
So this is a situation where the corner has to stay with him?
Corner has to stay with him. And His job now over here.
He's not passing him off to the safety.
He's not passing him off
with him.
because now the safety's looking for crossers in other directions. And he knows he's starting to see that right there. He knows he's got somebody coming to his side because this safety is way out here. And then you see the cover 2 corner here, right? So, and Pete just said, I think this is McCole Hardman. I was wrong. I think I said it was DeMarcus Robinson. All right, so now, you see, but here's my point is this. Let's watch Mahomes in the pocket the whole time, okay? He never, look at where Mahomes' eyes are right now.
Yep.
He never even looks at Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek is coming open for a bomb, for a 75-yard or whatever it is.
They're on the 39-yard line. Touchdown. If he just throws the ball 5 yards deep at the end zone, it's going to have an easy touchdown. You know, again, this is where you're going to have to trust me. Somebody can go look it up on, film or whatever. He bends him out and goes and has Davis 4 yards behind him. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. I don't know what Mahomes is doing here. I really don't. But I can tell you, and you could see right here, right? You can see Mahomes. Look at his eyes, everybody, as we watch this. He never looks at Tyreek Hill. At no point does he look at him. He's almost looking like at the crosser. I don't know actually what he's looking at. I really don't. I really don't because here's the last thing I want to show. Here's that safety we talked about. Tyreek Hill's gone. So this is just part of the evidence of why you can trust me, all right, everybody? Right. I promise you it was quarters over there. But just an example of them being a little off, him being a little bit off, him predetermining, him being too much of a showman right now. And I think they just got to get back to basics a little bit. I'm not panicked about the Chiefs.
They should be able to get back to basics against Philadelphia.
They're Philadelphia this week? I haven't even looked at the next week's schedule.
Philly.
Yeah, they're at Philly. You're right about that? Yes, you are right about that. Yeah, that tells you where I am. I'm still on last week. I don't even know who's playing yet next week all the way in some of these games.
That's we saw what Dallas did against him.
Right. Now, Dallas gives you a different look as far as they can run the ball, and that's going to scare teams. Chiefs ran the ball a little bit last week. So hopefully they can find that just a little bit of balance to keep teams respecting. But I think the point still holds true, that it's on the offense. That's where their money, their assets are, and they've dropped the ball. And the offense has let these other teams off the hook, in my opinion, right now. And Mahomes is not playing his best football.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.